of freedom. Come on down to the Hell-Shirama football field on Saturday, July 15th for an ABKC sanctioned show for only $2. Proceeds to support the Angels Youth Football Club. Gates open at 4 p.m. with the show starting at 7 p.m. It's the Bulls of Freedom Dog Show presented by Wise Owl and the stations of KUAM. Special thanks to Joe's Jet Ski, Wuhan United Kennel, Club Icon, Pacific Crush Kennel, Performance Water Blasting, The Feed Store, Fence Masters, Bullies of Barrigada Heights, and Impact Kennels and Media. See you there.
We will be grilling Johnsonville brats on Liberation Day, so stop by the KUAM booth and sample the freshest brats at the parade. Take a photo with your bratwurst and post it on Instagram with the hashtag #BibaJohnsonville, and you can win a grill, charcoal, and Johnsonville brats. Winner will be selected at random. Johnsonville is proudly distributed by Quality Distributors. Your Instagram account must be public. No purchase necessary. Some restrictions apply. See KUAM.com for details. Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
A life was lost. Are you really taking this case seriously?
Ahead on Primetime, Mark Torrey Jr. is granted more time out of prison as he's fighting his 8-year sentence. Plus, a woman who accused a former UOG professor of sexual assault takes the witness stand. And the governor signs a pair of measures that aims to repair the island's schools.
Half a day and good evening.
Day 2 of jury trial for University of Guam's Dr. Michael Ellert. On the stand today, one of his 3 accusers. Here's more from inside the courtroom.
It was all fun and games until they went for a swim. That's where 3 females alleged they were digitally penetrated by UOG's Dr. Michael Ellert. The psychology professor had hosted a party at his EPAN residence. His friends, his fiancée, and his students were all in attendance. On the stand, one of the partygoers, the first female to come forward and accuse Ellert of criminal sexual conduct. The psychology graduate testified most of today, tears filling her eyes for the duration of her time on the stand.
It's really hard for me to remember the small details.
The events in question occurred nearly 3 years ago. According to the victim, she had had a few drinks, 2 beers, a few shots, and a mixed drink. Between the drinks, there was food and adult party games, including Never Have I Ever and Cards Against Humanity. The party proceeded to the nearby beach, the victim saying she felt someone touch her privates in the water. Though a handful of others were swimming in the area, no one would see who did it. Defense attorney Jay Areola during cross-examination late this afternoon.
The entire incident, ma'am, that happened in the water, you never turned around to see whose hands were touching your breasts or whose hands went in your pants, correct?
Correct.
2 others would later surface and accuse the professor for a similar act at the same event. Only today's victim, however, would report it to police and the University of Guam immediately. Trial will resume on Monday with testimony from UOG officials responsible for conducting the investigation.
Nearly 100 sex abuse lawsuits have been filed against the church. Late Thursday afternoon, 5 more cases were filed in the District Court of Guam. 53-year-old RWJ, 50-year-old PPR, and 58-year-old WET all alleged they were molested by Father Louis Brouillard. PPR goes into detail, saying that aside from being exposed to the priest naked, as well as naked swims at the river, the priest would molest him in a room behind the church altar. The priest would tell the young boy that it was what God wanted him to do and that it was a sin if he didn't do what he was asked. 50-year-old NPJD and 48-year-old BBJ alleged they fell victim to former priest Father Raymond Cepeda, who was ultimately defrocked. NPJD alleges the priest would get him alone in the room, lock the doors, hug, kiss, grind, and grope him. On other occasions, the priest unzipped his pants and performed oral sex. BBJ alleges Cepeda molested him at his grandmother's funeral. On their way to the gravesite, Cepeda allegedly touched the boy's thigh. Initially, BBJ thought this was to provide him comfort at the time of his loss, but then the priest reached for his privates. All 5 plaintiffs are represented by attorney David Lujan.
Though the numbers of lawsuits continue to climb, Guam's Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns remains optimistic, stating, quote, "We all look forward to full and complete resolution of all these cases," end quote. Earlier this month, the church announced a year of reparation in hopes of making amends with victims spiritually. During this time, the faithful are encouraged to observe prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Archbishop Burns also says the church continues to provide support for all victims through Hope and Healing Guam. The number to call is 1-888-649-5288.
Well, the aim is to fix up the problems in Guam's public schools, and now that 2 bills to aid Simon Sanchez High School and other schools have become law, Governor Eddie Calvo thanks the legislature for pushing the measures through, noting repairs should be getting underway over the summer.
To the students of Guam and to their parents and all the people of Guam, we're doing our best efforts to move forward in getting repair work done in our school. And obviously the issues, particularly on the procurement of Simon Sanchez, have been troubling. I've been disappointed at the lack of progress. But again, understanding the procurement system, we've had to move along with not only the laws that have been provided to us, but also the procurement system.
Adelup also announcing some contracts have already been signed, including with Bascon Corporation to repair canopies and with Jera and Air Conditioning to repair AC systems at Southern High School.
Governor Eddie Calvo signed an executive order Thursday in hopes of controlling the invasive coconut rhinoceros beetle population. The beetle was first discovered in Guam in 2007 and has since had devastating effects on the island's coconut tree population.
Emergency executive order to facilitate the movement of using burners and other means to rid ourselves in the issues, particularly of green waste, so that we will not have a situation where the coconut rhinoceros beetle, as well as other pests, are allowed to propagate in these areas, which again has been a major problem.
Calvo noted green waste is not accepted at the landfill, but serves as a breeding ground or food source for the bugs.
3 Department of Corrections inmates will be turned over to the federal government for deportation. Joaquim Quintin, Erdi Idaro, Jesvi Simon as well were all serving time for crimes ranging from criminal sexual conduct to terrorizing. Their commuted sentence is part of Governor Eddie Calvo's initiative to keep residents safe. A total of 31 individuals have been removed from the island in a similar manner. Well, a survey by the Chamber of Commerce shows members are strongly against the recently proposed tax and fee hike. More than 86% of respondents opposed Governor Calvo's plan to raise the business privilege tax from 4% to 4.75%. Meanwhile, more than 84% of respondents said they were against Senator Dennis Rodriguez's proposed 4% fee on health insurance premiums. Both are meant to help out the struggling Guam Memorial Hospital. The BPT hike would pay for a $125 million bond to modernize GMH and provide a recurring source of operational funds. The fee would help fund a new low-cost insurance plan for thousands who are currently uninsured.
Before we head into the break, the governor's office confirms $2 million in tax refunds have been mailed out today. That partially covers those who filed by February 8th.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And to the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
Samsung Galaxy S8 for just $99 or the S8 Plus for just $199 at IT&E.
Hyundai's summer clearance event is happening now at Guam's best dealership, Cars Plus and Mighty. With financing as low as 1.99%. There's no better time to drive a new Hyundai Accent, ranked highest in initial quality, starting at just $11,995. Or the new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. SUV lovers, check out the new Hyundai Tucson starting at $19,995. Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our Hyundai summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Ruby Tuesday puts the O in dinner combos with Garden Bar Plus entrees for only $20.99. Choose salmon moco, petite sirloin, or pesto chicken pasta. Only at Ruby Tuesday. Oh!
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
In commemoration of Guam's 73rd liberation, the stations and digital platforms of KUAM, along with AutoSpot Buick GMC, present the Liberation Memorial Calendar, featuring scheduled events and memorial services to remember those who lost their lives during the World War II occupation of Guam and honor those survivors. Watch KUAM News for the nightly calendar or visit KUAM.com or our news app for a downloadable calendar.
Watch Health Check with Nurse Jen Artero every Tuesday for community health information, advisories, and news you and your family can use for leading a healthier lifestyle. Health Check during KUAM News Healthy Living. Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
All right. He was convicted and sentenced for the 2015 deadly shooting of a fellow officer, but the former cop will spend more time out of prison. Ex-GPD officer Mark Torrey Jr. was set to self-surrender to the Department of Corrections today, but that's not happening after Superior Court Judge Michael Berdalio granted the defense's motion allowing him to remain under house arrest until Torrey's appeal against the 8-year sentencing is done.
I think this is it's disgusting.
Outraged. Greg Lozama was Bert Piolo's longtime friend. He, along with the Piolo family, feel today's decision to keep Mark Torrey Jr. out of jail goes completely against their fight to get justice for Bert.
A life was lost. Are you really taking this case seriously?
The decision and order states Torrey Jr., who was convicted of negligent homicide, aggravated assault as a third-degree felony, both with a special allegation of possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony, has complied with all the conditions of his pretrial release and had 0 violations over the past 2 years. It also states he is not a flight risk and poses no danger to the community.
We're certainly anxious about what was going on without a judgment or a commitment order, and so now that we've cleared that up, we're certainly grateful that he will be released pending appeal.
Torrey's attorney Jay Ariola responding to the judge's order.
Certainly no special treatment. Anybody who's out on appeal, who's complied with their conditions, who's gone to trial, and who's not raising a frivolous appeal is entitled to remain on appeal.
Still, this latest development does not sit well with those who knew Bert.
And I feel like that day is just happening all over again, you know? My biggest thing for this case is they're really playing the loopholes of the law.
Torrey will continue his house arrest with his family serving as third-party custodian. He is also fighting against the restitution of the Piolos have requested. A hearing on that issue is set for later this month. Meantime, the Attorney General's office did not file a response to the motion and is giving no comment to the decision as well.
Human trafficking cases have risen by 35% in the United States. In order to address what appears to be a growing issue nationwide, a bill passed by the House of Representatives aims to help employees catch these criminals by identifying victims in the work.
Isa Baza has more.
8,000 cases of human trafficking. That's the latest statistics for cases reported in the United States over the past year. Coalition of Pacific Human Trafficking Task Force's co-chair attorney Alicia Limtiaco says the bill passed by the House of Representatives this week could aid efforts to address the problem here at home.
Clearly, we know in Guam it exists. Clearly in the Northern Mariana Islands, we know it exists.
The bill, known as the Enhancing Detection of Human Trafficking Act, would ensure the Department of Labor can effectively train employees to better spot, respond to, and report human trafficking to authorities.
We can never go wrong with more training.
DOL Director Sam Mabini said while training has been conducted in the past, it's not currently being offered by DOL. Although trained staff do conduct inspections at business establishments. As for how prevalent the issue is in Guam, Lim Tiaco said the coalition has discussed developing a tool to better track the number of potential victims here in Guam.
We know that the different sectors of our community may have differing numbers, and that's because not everyone may want to report to law enforcement.
And as for massage parlors and bars that some might view as red flags,
we know, again, that some of these establishments, including massage parlors and therapeutic massage facilities, are included as some of the types of establishments in which victims have been found. We need to work with, again, our health professionals and our law enforcement to ensure that we are confronting and addressing really those that are operating illegally and in a criminal manner. And it's important that we do that, and there are ways in which we can do that through our legal or legislative system.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
She's the oldest honorary graduate to date with her adult children by her side. 95-year-old Maria Lozano Kumatata received her honorary diploma from George Washington High School.
She only reached the 4th grade before quitting school to support her family by farming and selling fruits, vegetables, and baked goods. Her life was further interrupted by World War II, in which she was forced to march from Sumay to the Menengan camp in Jutnya. She later married and had 9 children, and today has 34 grandchildren, including me,
including you,
69 great-grandchildren, and 20 great-great-grandchildren, though a ceremony was held today. Kumatata has also been invited to lead the class of 2017 during a rainbow graduation ceremony later this summer.
Well, this time next week, thousands of you will probably be just returning home from spending the day at the Liberation Parade, or maybe even preparing to head out to the carnival grounds to watch the fireworks. But this morning in the village of Asan, a memorial ceremony was held, one of many planned over the next few days so that we always remember what happened on Guam during the Japanese occupation.
Sabrina Salas Metanani reports.
Once stained with the blood of soldiers and civilians, now filled with hope that what happened here 7 decades ago never happens again.
Asan Memorial Beach is remembered for brave servicemen and Chamorros who gave their lives so that we can enjoy freedom on Guam today.
Here on the shores of Asan is where the United States began its efforts to recapture Guam from Japan. From December 1941 to 1944, the island was under Japanese occupation during World War II. So many lives were lost.
And in the end, nearly 2,000 men of our armed forces of America paid the ultimate price of liberty for Guam, and over 17,000 soldiers from Japan perished as well.
At least 24 Asan residents also died. The memorial service here is one of the many taking place so that we always remember. And according to Governor DeCalvo, we also learned from the tragedy that happened on Guam 73 years ago.
The price of liberation and the cost of war. For us, I can take a couple of points from it. Number one, appreciation of the sacrifices of our armed forces and of those that paid the ultimate price. Appreciation for those sacrifices for every freedom and liberty that we have.
On Saturday, another memorial service will be held in the village of Maritso, where site visits are scheduled for Tinta and Faja toward the end of the Japanese occupation of Guam. Dozens of Maritso residents were rounded up by Japanese soldiers, taken to these areas and murdered. The site visits begin at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, with just 1 week until Liberation Day, everyone is gearing up for the festivities. Docomo Pacific and Triple J Enterprises is inviting everyone to their One Love and Liberation fireworks celebration on Liberation Day in Hagåtña. The 10-minute fireworks show will go hand in hand with Guam's 73rd Liberation theme, Strength and Unity. Menmegut Gi Denanya. Did I do that right?
Yes.
Highlighting the community, family, and friends coming together as a source of the strength for our island. The fireworks show kicks off at 9 p.m. on July 21st, Liberation Day.
Getting around in the physical world is something many of us may take for granted. In our next story, KUAM's Valerie Maige takes us on a day in the life with a wheelchair.
Stairs, thresholds, obstructions, sidewalk ratings, narrow passages are all barriers we walk over, through, around, all throughout the day. For those who do have some physical difficulties, however, a curb or a few stairs can be large barriers. Physical features that people without physical disabilities take for granted can present serious problems for people with different abilities, mostly because their needs haven't been considered in designing those features. I had the opportunity to work with the Department of Integrated Services for Individuals with Disabilities, and as part of the Americans with Disabilities Awareness Month, I took a few hours out of the day for a day in the life with the wheelchair.
We may have some mishaps today.
so I'm going to need you to sign a liability form before you
okay. Do we need to do that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Do you want me to get out? No?
Sure, if you want to get out.
Okay, let's try this. Let's do this. We can sign it while I'm in the chair. Okay.
I will say this was no easy feat for me without the help of my trusty cameraman, Joe Sir. I don't think I would have been able to get around as easily. According to DISID Director Ben Servino, there are between 12,000 to 13,000 people with disabilities that have been identified on Guam. But Servino says he feels there may be more who either don't want to report or have more hidden disabilities. Today was surely an experience I was grateful to participate in. It gave me perspective and insight on what those with physical impairments experience. While I did have a wheelchair, I did not have accessible parking. Understandably so, as this was simulated. So at the legislature, we parked elsewhere.
This is tiring. You know what, guys? This is, it's pretty hard.
The Guam Congress building did have ADA-compliant parking and ramps, but I did struggle with trying to get the doors open. According to Servino, automatic doors are not required for ADA compliance. Going to the restroom, reaching for things high up, and getting around are all things we can do on a daily basis. And after today, I have a new perspective on things. I've spent years dancing hula, so today's experience comes with insights I will never take for granted or forget. Disabilities can be visible or invisible, physical or otherwise. Most can result either from hereditary conditions or pre-birth developmental issues, from injury, from disease, or from chemical imbalances. Ensuring accessibility for people with disabilities means more than building ramps and accessible restrooms. It calls for a change in basic attitudes and understanding that individuals with disabilities are individuals who are not defined by their disabilities. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Valerie Maige.
Nicely done. Thanks, Val, for that report. Well, coming up in sports, the Dow Rental and Athlete of the Week. But first, weather.
What can I say? My family was tired of seeing red from internet data caps. We switched to GTA and life is good again. Sure, it took a bit of time for some of us to adjust to our newfound internet freedom.
Don't turn off the show. How does it end?
Relax, honey. The data limits are gone. You can watch the whole show now. But we're all happy with the change, and I think it's even earned me some cool points.
You rock, Mom.
That's right. It's getting lit up in here. How about that?
Okay. So I need to finish this homework now.
Okay, I'm done. My son, though, he's in the midst of a serious rebellion. Rebelling against an alien invasion, that is. Oh, yeah.
Free yourself. Switch to GTA Home Internet today. Truly unlimited with no data caps or additional usage fees.
part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sita Smaasi Matson.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the Hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC with 17% below MSRP on specially equipped Sierra SLT models. That's nearly $11,000 on this Sierra.
Visit AutoSpot GMC today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. I'll introduce you to a few of the girls representing Guam on the U18 Fast Pitch Softball team. I also have some information on the Landshark Beach Soccer League playoffs scheduled for tomorrow. But first off, your Direct Own Athlete of the Week. Check it out. It's that time of the week again for our Direct Own Athlete of the Week here at the Mangilao location. And today's athlete, 14-year-old bowler Noah Timinglow.
All right, thanks.
Congratulations, Noah, on winning Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to donate this check to?
I would like to donate this check to Guam Cancer Care.
Noah, you bowl in the Youth Bowler of the Month. Perfect game, 300. But let's talk about how you got your start with the sport.
I would like to say that my grandpa got me into the sport. I started bowling when I was 8 years old, and that's when I got my first ball and shoes, and from there it was just crazy.
You've met your sister in the finals twice already, losing the first time, winning the second time. How is it meeting up with your sister in the finals?
It wasn't that stressful. It wasn't all that because you know, it feels like practice when I bowl with her. So I just thought of that, and that's how I got to beat her.
You bowled your first 300 game recently. What was going through your mind? 10th frame, all strikes, 11th and 12th, needing to strike all the way through for that perfect 300. My heart was racing. I had so much nerves in my hands that it was hard for me to even throw the ball. So what I did was just I tried to relax and not look at the crowd, because you know that would get me even more nervous. So that's what I did. Yeah, let's talk about trying to qualify for the national team. What does it mean to you to be able to represent Guam in international competition?
Oh, it means everything. Just to go out there and just compete. I mean, I'm just not there to really win. I'm trying to win, but I'm just trying to go there for experience and get all the nerves off my back, and trying to not get stressful and nervous when I go off island the next few times.
Last but not least, let's talk about your long-term goal with the sport.
My long-term goal for the sport is to make it to the professional league. Trying to get sponsored by the brands of bowling, and I'm just trying to make it to television.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Direct Own Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
Switching over to some softball news, let's meet a few more of the ladies representing Guam at the PGF National Championships held in California. The team leaves island next week, Wednesday, for competition.
Hafaday Guam, my name is Samantha Kanata. I am 17 years old. I am from the village of Sinahanya, and I play third base for Team Guam.
Hafaday Guam, my name is Dorian Calvo. I'm 17 years old from the village of Tuatsu, and I play second base and outfield for Team Guam.
Hafaday Guam, my name is Ashley Mendiola. I'm 16 years old. I'm from the village of Barragata, and I play utility for Team Guam.
Hafaday Guam, my name is Kaylee Camacho. I'm 17 years old from the village of Jonya, and I play outfield and pitcher for Team Guam.
The Bank of Guam Strikers looking to bring home their second straight Landshark Beach Soccer League title. BOG is going to have to win back-to-back matches tomorrow to force an if game against Quality Distributors. The Strikers survived the playoffs, picking up a win over the UOG Tritons 8-2. Takafumi Inouye led the way with 5 goals. Quality still perfect in the playoffs behind a 5-2 win over previously unbeaten Bobcat Rovers. The Strikers meet up with the Rovers at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Winner of the game will face Quality at 8.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
It's Nissan's Stay Fit sales event.
Fitness is important. You Nissan service pros are like trainers for my car's fitness.
Now check out this hard racing deal on the Versa Note, starting at just $88 per pay period. Versa Note, family fun transportation starting at just $88 per pay period. And your new car fit kit includes free service, free car washes, and your own personal fitness watch.
Keeping it fit and clean with free car washes leaves me more time to focus on keeping myself fit.
The Stay Fit sales event. Find out more at Nissan Upper Tumon or online at NissanGuam.com.
Reduce your energy costs with GPA's Energy Sense program. Energy Sense provides cash rebates with the purchase of qualified energy-efficient air conditioners, washers, and dryers that help reduce your energy usage. Contact GPA today at 647-5787, 8 or 9 to learn more about Energy Sense and other ways to help reduce your monthly energy usage and save money by using energy more efficiently. For more Energy Sense saving ideas, visit GuamPowerAuthority.com or like us on Facebook. Energy Sense makes good sense.
Get 50% off right now on all appliances at Dial Rent-to-Own. Need a range? Get one right now for 50% off. Want an electric or gas range stove? We have both. We have in-stock refrigerators and freezers. Washers and dryers are 50% off too. We have only the best name brands at Dial Rent-to-Own. No matter what style you need, all appliances are 50% off. So why wait? Save at Dial Rent-to-Own.
My job is to protect. My job is to defend. My job is to be tough. That's why I train. That's why I need those who are tough around me. That's why I need a truck like this. Are you ready for a big boy truck?
America's best-selling truck for 40 years straight. When you're ready for a big boy truck, Triple J Ford is the place.
You need to get yourself a big boy truck.
Happy Liberation Day, Guam, from AutoSpot Buick GMC.
Well, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Kason Cole Miguel, happy second birthday to my handsome godson, Kason Cole Miguel. Love Auntie Nina Nana.
Happy birthday to Anna Lazama Rages. Happy heavenly birthday, Grandma. We love you and miss you dearly.
Christiana Carbolito, happy birthday, Anna, from the family.
Happy birthday to Maria Roslyn. Love Bug. Kyrie, Kyler, Kaylee, and Mom and Dad.
Martina Guerrero St. Nicholas, happy birthday going out to you as well.
You can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. And my favorite time of Friday!
Yes! Whoop, whoop.
It's time to announce the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Cake winner going out to Patty Santiago.
Oh, congrats. A rep will be contacting you, Patty, on how you can redeem your cake, and then you can call us so that we can eat it with you.
I love Cold Stone ice cream cake. And that's going to do it for us here on the news desk, but stay tuned. Jason's next with Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Hafide and welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Thanks so much for staying with us. Cap Shutterbug is a truly amazing concept. It lets kids, Some older